we discussed that there is a shark present in the sea, and it is a hazard until you jump into it, knowing that it can harm you, and without any personal protective equipment, then the chances are there that you are putting yourself into a risk. That is the basic difference. However, in Urdu, hazard and risk both are called khatra. इसको उर्दू में खतरा कहते हैं. There is no such difference in Urdu exists. Okay, then we have water, the hazard, and the risk will be jumping in without knowing how to swim. We have petrol, gasoline station, and trying to smoke a cigarette. अगर आप वहाँ पर सिगरेट लगाने की कोशिश करेंगे, then maybe हो सकता है कि पूरा जो पेट्रोल स्टेशन है वही लग जाए. Then we have the driving, that is can cause a hazard, but until you want to use your phone at a higher speed, then it become a risk. Okay, let's see some of the details of the risk. Risk is the chance or probability that a person will be harmed or experience an adverse health effect if exposed to a hazard. Risk is likelihood into severity. Likelihood is an event that likely to occur within specific period or in specific circumstances, and severity is the outcome from an event कि उसका डैमेज कितना ज़्यादा है. लाइक इट कैन काज डेथ, और इट कैन काज डैमेज टू द प्रॉपर्टी, और इट कैन कॉज द इन्वायरमेंटल पोल्यूशन, और इनमें से किसी भी का कॉम्बिनेशन भी हो सकता है. दैट इज एक्चुअली द severity of the incident. So we need to okay, let's just then we have the risk assessment. Risk assessment is basically a normal practice in health safety environment, in which we try to identify the hazards and analyze what type of hazards are there. Like for example, at a well site, what type of hazards can be there? There can be falling objects, there can be high temperature objects, there can be slippery material, there can somebody can slip on the well side and can cause injury. Similarly, there can be some gases that are present at the well site, and those gases can be harmful. Or there can be some people that are working in a confined environment, in a cabin or somewhere, and then the chances are there, if there is an emergency situation, then the evacuation plan has to work. You have to run out of the well site and to the assembly point. Normally in well sites, we have cars and things like at a distance. So वहाँ पर parking जो है वो you will see it will at a distance. Normally we do it like this because if in a case of emergency we want to run, so it will be easy for us to. And also we park it away from the well site. Is that if there is any fire or if there is any blowout at the well site, so it can be saved, and it can provide a safe passage to the personnel who are working at the well site. Here is a sample of consequence table. It can vary from a national company to an international company to a smaller company or to a bigger company. So it can vary based on the ranges from minor to catastrophic. Catastrophic can happen to result in multiple fatalities, like result in multiple deaths. Then the damage in terms of USD can be more than $50,000. In terms of environmental damage, it can cause the uh, the oil to be spilled in the sea greater than 500 barrels, and the news can be covered by the international media. So it means if there is some incident that happens at the well site, and if it is an international news, it can damage the reputation of the company. And you guys know how much important news these days is, and if there is any problem or any issues that happen at the well site, and you can see that the severity decreases in this part, like fatal to major and moderate. Moderate is what is like restricted work day. Maybe there will be 1 day off at the well site, and the damage is less than $5,000, and the environmental damage is like you have for 5 barrels going to the sea. So it will be not a big news like local rumor inside the company, or just like few other companies may know, like your rivals. So it shows you how much important it is to understand these incidents or these consequences that can happen, and the probability of how these consequences can affect your company in terms of people, in terms of your asset management, environmental damage, and your coverage, because media plays very important and vital role. Here is an example of risk assessment table. You will see this one in most of the oil companies, and we have the likelihood and the consequences. So if you see, the likelihood is ranges from 1 to almost 5, and similarly the consequences are also ranked insignificant to the catastrophic. And it's just like here it is compared, uh, there is a comparison between them. The green color, and it shows less or acceptable levels. However, the red colors represents uh, risk that is at a higher level, like 4 or maybe greater than 5. It is just an example. Controlling the hazard principle, it is very interesting thing to understand. Like, can you eliminate the process or substitute the process, or can solve it at engineering level, or you can solve it at administrative level or personal protective equipment. So even in these days, you have been seeing that doctors normally they are asking for PPEs, personal protective equipment, और इसकी वजह से बहुत से doctors without having proper PPEs, they are affected and infected by the corona. Similarly, at the well site, all the personals who are working at the well site, it is the responsibility of the company to provide you the PPEs and from the administration. And we will see how different. We will see few case studies whether we can eliminate those problems, or substitute those problems with the engineering solutions. Here we have a table, and you can see let us see the example. Okay, here are some of the hazards that are associated with oil and gas field. Sometime even agar you are going for a job as a geologist, sometime they can also ask you uh, what type of hazards are related with oil and gas fields. The first one is the pressure hazard. Uh, as you guys know, we have high pressure oil and gas that are present in the subsurface. There can be temperature hazard, like at the compressor stage, the motion hazard, the drill pipes are rotating, and equipment is moving. So as a result of that movement, we can have hazards associated with it, chemical hazards, corrosion, and inhibitor, electrical hazards. There can be lightning, electrical work, gravity hazards, slip, fall, falling objects, heavy lifting. Then there are some incidents and hazards related to the noise. If there is very high noise at the compressor area, hazardous atmosphere, the area is not clean, the gas is there, and the sulfide acid are present there. Confined space hazard, there is a place where that is confined and you cannot move outside that place, or it's like a cabin or a closed place. And it is always good idea to inform your superiors that you are going to that area, and in case of emergency they can inform you, and then you can leave the place immediately. Similarly, sharp objects, the grinding machine, water and underwater hazards. Yes, this is more related to the offshore drilling. Radioactive hazards, welding inspection by X-rays, and manual handling hazards, wrong position during manual lifting. Like as you guys know, during the tripping process, the drill string has to be pulled out. So जब आप उसको निकालते हैं, sometime if the person is not standing at the right position, maybe he can have damage to himself, and also sometime if the equipment is not properly handled, maybe the the guy can have damage in terms of death to some injuries, or sometime minor scratches or something. Oh, here we have one example. Remember, we studied this table, and we will try to see how we can solve the problem using this table. The first case is that we have very high pressure oil and gas that is coming from the reservoir. So this is our problem. Now we will try to go down the triangle and try to see how, at what stage we can actually solve this problem. The first is elimination. Can we eliminate the process? The answer is no, because our goal is to extract hydrocarbons from the surface. So we cannot actually eliminate the process. Substitution, there is no substitution, because we have to drill. There is no other way we can get hydrocarbons from the subsurface. Then comes engineering. Remember this, we are going from one stage to the other. Now we will deal with the engineering part. Okay, in engineering, what it can do, install blowout preventer during drilling and Christmas tree during production. It is possible, we can do that. It means at the engineering level we can solve the problem. And then administrative, permit to work during drilling operations and drilling SOPs shall be uh, strictly followed, like the safety protocols the company will give you, and the company and as well as the personals have to follow. The PPEs, the personal protective equipment that will be given to the staff at the well site, will be special. It will not be the normal one with the gloves, like the gloves that the people will use will be high impact type of hand gloves. Okay, this is the solution of case study one. We have an area where the chances are there that there can be a blowout, and the kicking pressure is high. We can solve it by putting the blowout preventers, or later on by, if the well is in production, we go with the Christmas tree, so it can hold the pressure. Similarly, we have uh, the gloves for the personnel working on the well site to be special type, so that they can be saved from severe injuries. Case study 2. Let me see. Okay. Then we have the case study 2, in which high temperature at the compressor discharge pipe. Okay. So these are some of the discharge pipes that are associated with gas turbine, and sometimes they are very high in terms of temperature, and it can have a hazard. How can we eliminate that process? No, because during compression, kinetic energy absorbed will be converted into heat. Substitution not possible. Then engineering, install pipe insulation which can withstand the maximum temperature of compressed gas, but the outer part is still cool enough if touched by a human. Administrative, at least safety induction for personnel who work at compressor area. PPEs, at least standard PPEs shall be gone. So you can see that most of these case studies we can solve at the uh, engineering level, or we can also do the administrative. And however, it is difficult to eliminate some process and eliminate something without having a replacement. So in general, we have the hazard elimination is impossible, as we have said. And we can say that the safety engineering can be classified into two types: the process safety and the occupational safety. So process safety is that preventing fires, explosions, and accidental chemical release in process facilities. However, occupational safety is the management of personal safety, like we studied the PPEs, the personal protective equipment, that deals with the occupational safety. However, process safety is the we want to prevent the fire from happening. So in the future, HSC professionals, they can choose one of the careers. Either they can be process safety experts or occupational safety and health experts. So it is just like the specialization that you can do if you want to become a health safety environment specialist. Okay, human factors is very important, and humans are the one who have the knowledge, and they can help in terms of drilling oil and gas wells, because humans are not yet replaced by robots. So we have to risk our lives for the extraction of hydrocarbons. And oil and gas industry, like working at the well site, is not an easy job. Like it's not a job that we do every day, and it is a very specialized type of job. Similarly, there is another branch of health safety. We call it basic offshore safety induction and emergency training program, in which the people who work in offshore rigs, they can be protected by these personnel. तो एक special type of इसको पोसेट कहते हैं, इसमें डिफरेंट ट्रेनिंग्स होती हैं. दे कैन बी सेफ्टी इंडक्शन ट्रेनिंग, हेलीकॉप्टर अंडर वाटर escape training, sea survival, firefighting, first aid. So it is very tough type of training, similarly to what we do in navy. तो जिस तरह नेवी के अंदर लोग जो है वो they are trapped in a tank, or they have to open it while they are underwater. And similarly, it's also important that the people who will work on the well site as a safety experts, they also have good health. ये ना हो कि वो खुद ही सेफ्टी एक्सपर्ट्स है, वो खुद ही उसकी हेल्थ ठीक नहीं है, तो वो बाकी लोगों को क्या प्रोटेक्ट करेगा. सो ही शुड बी फिजिकली फिट, और उसका मेडिकल प्रॉपर चेकअप होगा बिफोर ही गोज टू प्रोटेक्ट अदर्स. And shouldn't be having some drug addiction, or shouldn't be under alcohol, because these can have severe effects. So you can see some of these guys, they are entrapped in a cabin, and then this cabin will be taken under sea, and then and then they will you will have to open the cabin, and then you have to move out of it and swim to the surface. So it is just like the training that they do. You can see that they are assembled here. This is like the assembly for them, and a guy trying to take care of a fire. Then you can see there is some difference between incidents, accidents, and near miss. You guys can study that, and it's like very basic ideas in this one. Swiss cheese model. This model actually helps you to overcome or mitigate your defense against a. It is a model in which you can understand the losses and the hazards that are associated. So actually, a hazard or an incident is caused by a multiple failures. So if you can see that, if you can turn this side to the other side, maybe the hazard cannot happen. So the repeated action, or there is some repeated problem that exists at a well site. The investigators, they can tell, okay, there was kick reported at your well site, and nobody took notice of it, and suddenly the blowout happens and all the rig becomes changed into wrecks, and there is nothing left. So it is important. Occupational injury, they can range from a fracture to a cut to sometimes the fertility, like the loss of life. So the classification can we can classify it, the maximum occupational injury that can happen at a well site is the loss of life, and maybe severe injuries that can result in that. And you can see that then the next category is lost work day case, in which the company, maybe they close the well site for few days. Lost time injuries, in which there is an incident and the well site, they have some like they close the drilling operation for few hours or few time, like number of 2 or 3 hours, they just close the well site and then they remove that injuries or personnel from the well site. Then comes the restricted workday case. Maybe on the well site they will restrict one area जहाँ पर कोई accident वगैरह हुआ है, वो उसको they will protect it from the outside. Then comes the medical treatment case, of which maybe there is some doctor that need to be called, and normally there are doctors available at the well side, and they can help you in that. First aid case, first aid boxes are always available in labs, in those areas where we have chances, or where we have risk or hazard associated with any chemical. Even in universities, the first aid bags are always available. And also, because you are guys are geologists, so remember, whenever you go to the field, always take the first aid boxes with you. In case of emergency, in case of injury, you always have the. This is the occupational injury triangle, and you can see that it starts from the unsafe condition, near miss condition, that accident can happen, to accident happens with very minor injuries, to major injuries until the loss of life, the fatality. And you can see the triangle from upside, from downside to the up. Okay. Permit to work is actually the permission that the company has been given by the operating authority, and normally it is from the site manager, or the person who is the responsible for the site. And there can be two types of permissions. Remember, even universities may be outside Pakistan. If they want to buy certain chemicals, तो उस chemical को अगर आप buy करना चाहते हैं, you cannot handle it yourself. There will be people who are responsible in your university who will go with the person, and they will buy the chemical and then they will deliver. So there are many types of permits. Permit to work. There is a cold permit, in which there is no fire involved. and the hot permit, in which there is some chances of there can be a fire or certain incident. So this is normally the work permit to work chart that is given at the well site and or other places where the occupational safety is a must. So permit to work flow chart, the workers, supervisor, safety assessor, and the authorized manager. So he will be the one who will monitor all the work and communicate with the head office, and he will be the one. So the person who are working at the well site will fall in this category, and they will be permitted to work from the supervisor so that they can take any operation. So this is the example of personal protective equipment. We can see that this guy is having a leg covered to ankles, and he has safety boots, and have safety glasses, safety helmet, and he has a shirt with reflective shirt that can be seen when we have light on his shirt. When we put some light on his shirt, then it has okay, okay. Oh, you can see that these guys are wearing safety equipment, and also notice that he is wearing a specialized type of the work gloves that are useful for taking any manual tasks like removing the drill string, or and you can see that they have different colors and different set of indicators that represents for geologists, for drillers, for people who are helping you. So all the people who are dealing with the well site, they will have proper protective equipment. So the life-saving rules, the safety campaign, as you guys know, try to always work with the permit. And अगर कोई suspended objects and there is a crane on the well site, don't try to walk underneath it, and always have proper protective equipment with you. Always wear the safety belt and obtain authorization before entering a confined place. अगर आप कहीं पे जा रहे हैं किसी ऐसे एरिया में जहाँ पर there is a danger of your life, always take permission and always inform your higher authorities before taking any risk. ऐसी जगह पे जहाँ पर there is a height and you can have an injury of falling, and always try to have some support there, and only conduct gas tests or any other tests when it is required. Don't do unnecessary chemical testing at the well site, and while driving don't use mobile phone, no alcohol or drugs while working or driving. Obtain authorization before overriding और disabling safety critical equipment. तो अगर आप कोई भी ऐसा एक्शन ले रहे हैं, always inform the safety experts, and if you are the expert, so people will inform you. Do not smoke outside the authorized smoking area. Normally in these well sites, they have, if you are someone is smoker, they have a designated area where people can go and they can smoke. Don't try to light a cigarette outside that area, and always have a journey management plan so that everybody who is at the well site, they have they know like okay, what time we will go from here to the head office, or what time head office, from head office we will come here, and always inform your company so that if there is any accident or if there is any problem during your traveling, so the head office always know like about your whereabouts. So thank you very much, and there is no important job that you have no time to do it safely. Always safety is the first thing that you should do, at the well side.